more fun to learn.
Hello, Grade 7. Welcome to Physical Education Quarter 4. I am Teacher Aubrey, and I am happy and glad to be with you again on this session. Last quarter, we have learned about folk dances. For this fourth quarter, we will learn about festival dances. Sounds exciting, isn't it? I know you miss already how we celebrate fiestas in our own city or municipality. Amidst of pandemic, we will have a virtual celebration as we will visit different places in the Philippines. Are you ready? Filipinos are known to be fun-loving and health-conscious people in the world. Activities that help the person improve his physical fitness are performed in colorful festivals and street dances. These dances are performed by people by various walks of and entertainment, fun and festivity purposes giving to priority to personal fitness, plus the success of winning a competition. What is festival dance? Can you give words that describe festivals? Very good! Festival dances are cultural dances performed to the strong beats of percussion instruments by a community of people sharing the same culture, usually done in honor of a patron saint or as a thanksgiving for a bountiful harvest. Festival dances may be religious or secular in nature. Filipinos do festivals primarily to celebrate unity amidst diversity of cultures. The value of industry and hard work that brings about bountiful yield is also one of the reasons of the celebration. Festivals have been a consistent crowd-drawing activity, which in a way uplifts the economy of one's place due to its tourism and entertainment value. Can you give some famous festivals in our country? Excellent! Some of the famous festivals in the country includes Sinulog of Cebu, Dinagyang of Iloilo, Ati-Atihan of Kalibo Aklan, Buyugan and Lingayan of Leyte, Bangos of Dagupan, Tinalak of South Cotabato, Mascara of Bacolod City, Bambanti of Isabela, and Kadayawan of Davao. If folk dances have different forms of dances, in festivals, they have its own nature of festival dances. First, cultural with religious influence. These are dances characterized by movements showing reverence to a religious icon believed to have interceded in their personal life. The Philippines, where majority of its people are Catholics, celebrate fiestas pompously and with so much gaiety. To them, this celebration is an expression of thanksgiving for a bountiful harvest and for a favor or request granted to them through divine intercession. The following are some of these dances. The Ati-Atihan Festival is a feast held annually in January in honor of the Santo Niño, concluding on the third Sunday in the island and town of Kalibo Aklan in the Philippines. The name Ati-Atihan means to be like Atas, or make-believe Atis. Atas were the primary settlers in the islands according to history books. The festival consists of tribal dance, music, accompanied by indigenous costumes and weapons, and parade along the street. Christians and non-Christians observe this day with religious procession. The Sublian Festival was started by the city mayor Eduardo de Macuja on July 23, 1988 on the annual observation of the cityhood of Batangas City. A subli is presented during a feast, a ceremonial worship dance in honor to the Holy Cross. The image of the Holy Cross was found during the Spanish rule in the town of Alitagtag. It is the patron saint of ancient town of Bawan. The dance is indigenous to the province of Batangas. The subli is made up of lengthy prayers, songs, and dances in predetermined arrangement. The parade usually starts in morning on the 23rd of July after the floral offering. The Dinagyang Festival is celebrated every fourth weekend of January to honor the Christianization of the natives and to respect the Holy Child Jesus. It is a very colorful parade coupled with an honor of the patron saint Santo Niño as the object of performs offerings and prayers amidst the cracking of drums and shouts of Viva Señor Santo Niño. The thundering of Halabira, a tribute in honor of Señor Santo Niño, whom Ilonggos believe was very miraculous. The famous Sinulog Festival in Cebu City is held every year on the third Sunday of January. The festival is characterized by a very long parade with many groups of persons dressed in colorful costumes, finding their way through the streets while dancing the Sinulog. Sinulog dance is now the traditional and ritual dance in honor of Santo Niño. The Feast of Our Lady of Peña Francia is celebrated in the third Saturday of September in Naga City, Bicol. The feast day is preceded by a novena, 9 days of prayer in honor of the Virgin. The Voyadores Festival is one of the most awaited festivals of Bicol, held every third week of September, where the Feast of Our Lady of Peña Francia is commemorated. It is a street dance reenactment on the transfer of the image of Our Lady of Peña Francia from the Balisca to the Metropolitan Cathedral. Voyadores means mandaragat, named after the male devotees, who accompany and carry the Virgin's image in a procession called Translacion for a novena at the Metropolitan Cathedral. Next, we have indigenous influence or non-religious festival. Filipinos who are known to be fun-loving people always find time to celebrate any occasion, be it personal, family, or even those that will require the whole community to commemorate an event or acknowledge an icon, which became the source of inspiration, identity, or origin. It also showcases Filipino values such as industry, cooperation, and unity. The celebration is performed along the streets as dancers perform rhythmical movements accompanied by canned or indigenous musical instruments. The dance culminates in a grand presentation where dancers display their skills with powers, excellent choreography, and colorful props in full tapestry. Here are some of the dances. Lanzones Festival is an annual Thanksgiving celebration for Camiguin Island's bountiful harvest. The town of Mambabahaw holds the feast during the third week of October, in time for the season of the tropical fruit lanzones. The province of Camiguin is known for having the sweetest lanzones among the abundant sources of the fruit along the north-central coast of Mindanao. Mascara Festival. The festival first began in 1980 during a period of crisis. The province relied on sugarcane as its primary agricultural crop, and the price of sugar was at an all-time low due to the introduction of sugar substitutes like high fructose or the corn syrup in the United States. This was the first Mascara Festival and a time of tragedy. On April 22 of that year, the inter-island vessel MV Don Juan, carrying many Negrenses, including those belonging to prominent families in Bacolod City, collided with the tanker Tacloban City and sank. An estimated 700 lives were lost in the tragedy. The Ibalong Festival is a non-religious festival in Legazpi City, Albay, Philippines. It's held in August. The festival celebrates the epic story Ibalong, who was accompanied by three legendary heroes, namely Baltog, Hanyong, Bantong, and other ancient heroes. People parade in the streets wearing masks and costumes to imitate the appearances of the heroes and the villains, portraying the classic battles that made their way into the history of Bicol. The Ibalong Festival aims to express warmth and goodwill to all people. Visitors and tourists are encouraged to celebrate with the Bicolanos. Kalilangan Festival is an annual festival that is celebrated in General Santos City and take place in the month of February. In Kalilang means to celebrate, and what the Kalilangan Festival celebrate is the tradition of sharing, hospitality, altruism that is a part of the cultural heritage of Mindanao. It is also a celebratory ritual that honors the ethnic rituals of Mindanao, such as the local wedding ceremony and other religious rituals. The friendly competitions and the exchange of gifts are also part of the tradition that the Kalingan Festival celebrates. And the last is Flower Festival. This festival commemorates the season of blooming as a pay tribute to the blossom and lush found in a place. In some places where flowers abound, the festival is a way of expressing their gratitude by means of floral offering. The floats, which are covered with the beautiful flowers, is one of the highlights in the street parade, while street dancers garbed with costumes made of flowers perform rhythmical dance steps along the streets. An example of flower festival is Panagbenga Festival. Panagbenga Festival, or in English, Blooming Flowers Festival, is a month-long annual flower festival occurring in Baguio. the summer capital of the Philippines. The term is a Malayo-Polynesian origin, meaning season of blooming. The festival, held during the month of February, was created as a tribute to the city's flower and as a way to rise up from devastation of the 1990 Luzon earthquake. For this session, we have defined festival dances and its nature. What are the three kinds of nature of festival dances again? Can you name them? Very good! These are cultural with religious influence, indigenous influence or non-religious festival, and flower festival. Can you give example of festivals on these? Well, that's great! Next session will be more exciting as we will learn the basic fundamental skills in dancing festival dances and healthy strength trainings, first aid, and healthy lifestyle habits. See you next week. Keep safe.